Hey guys and girls. Hi. So this year it's going to be a little bit different because this year they took away the over-the-counter from my backyard, and then I know a lot of you are with me on this. Where the heck's the sun? Okay. With that said, so now we're looking at having to do something to my box, right? So I'm looking at some new country, and if you look, I got that thing built. I know there's plenty of trees around, but I gotta try it out, right? Make sure it works. I mean, I tried it in the yard, but I couldn't sleep at the house because there's so many people driving around the neighborhood. Couldn't sleep where the damn. So I'm up here now, and we'll see how well this works up here. Anyway, back to where I was at. Okay, so having to scout some new country. This is over the counter, will be come August, so got to do some scouting, right? So that's my plan right now, is to come up here and do some scouting. Well, it's kind of twofold, because not far from here, I'm not going to point where, not far from here, there was a stagecoach robbery back in the late 1800s, rumored. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scout, I'm going to look for some sign, and at the same time, who wants to be a millionaire? So I'm going to be looking for signs that might tip me off as to some gold. Apparently in this robbery there was some gold coin, some gold nuggets, and a few gold bars, maybe some silver, but they were the strong boxes for the stagecoach. And if those guys, it apparently was never recovered, although I do have my suspicions. Me and a buddy of mine I think have kind of figured this out, which would mean it ain't here, but that's not gonna stop me from looking. Okay, so I'm up here in this country, gonna look around, and I'll take you along with me. We'll see what we can find, see if we can find some tracks, see if we can find a place to set a salt. The hunt's just a month away, and it's not much time, and it's a pretty good haul from where I live to get here. But again, you never know. So I've got a pretty nice little camp set up. I'm gonna try my hammock out. Hopefully I don't get washed out, although I'm sitting on kind of a high spot, so that ought to be good. I don't know what more to tell you, so let's just get the show on the road. Okay, fire up the little red machine and get after it. Talk to you in a bit. So I'm up here at the infamous stagecoach robbery site, and don't know where the cabin was. I mean, looking for some kind of footprint or something, changing the vegetation, something. I mean, granted, it was 150 years ago, but you know, still, ought to be something. So, if I can find that site, I'm looking around here. Of course, who knows, maybe it's the other side of that stinking fence. Looking for some flat ground. You'd figure, you know what, if nothing else, it'd be on some flat ground, and it wouldn't be too far from the spring. Because who wants to haul buckets of water? So, kind of give you a look around here. I don't want to give you too much of a look around. Odds are I'll post this before deer season actually starts. Not that I wouldn't mind you coming and visiting. So anyway, I'll keep you posted. Stay tuned. Okay, so jeez. Out here in the middle. I just realized, you know, the risk of exposing my softer side. It's kind of a cool time to be here. Look at all them flowers. I wonder if you can eat those. Not much of an herpetologist. But looking at the ground here, I'm thinking this spring always has water in it. Walking along, sweeping metal detector. I'm no pro at this by any means, but this is kind of a nice flat spot here. Look at that. Does that look like wagon tracks going through here? Anyway, so I'm going to sweep this right here. I picked up a bullet, but it was a modern day bullet projectile. Looked like probably out of a 380 or 30 caliber of some kind. Wasn't real big, wasn't real small. So keep walking around, sweeping the ground. So did a lot of looking around. Got a few finds as far as treasure. Some 9mm, some 223, and one 30 caliber cartridge. That brass is beat pretty well up, so I have to look into that a little bit. But I think based off of, there's another guy who's got a video out on this place, and based off of what he found and what I found, I think I know now where the station stood, which was actually a post office for a short time, till they burn it down. There's been thousands of people scour this area right here. So if I was to find anything, I'd probably be surprised. I wouldn't mind finding some 50 caliber bullets or something like that, you know, out of some old black powder rifles, something. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? But I'm not finding, I mean, there's a whole lot of deer and elk poop in here, just like there is every meadow. But and this spring's got water in it. Now it's time to stop looking for mysterious gold and pay attention to some of the tanks and game trails and stuff like that. So I'll keep you posted. Okay, so hang in there. It ain't nowhere near being over yet. All right. Hey guys, this tank here behind me, there's quite a bit of deer sign, elk sign. Yeah. I just, about a mile down the road, I had 8 cows run out in front of me. This tank right here, there's a whole bunch of elk sign all the way around it. But on the back side over there, there's one big deer track. The first really good deer sign I've seen. And with it been raining almost every day, I mean, most every track you find isn't too old. So Starting to look a little more promising. And at least there's water, you know. So we'll see how this turns out. But yeah, I've shifted from looking for gold to looking for deer. So far, it's getting interesting. It's just fun being out here, running a four-wheeler. Haven't seen too many people either, so this has been good. Anyway, more to come. Catch you in a bit. So I'm up here at another tank, and I like walking around these things. And you know, you really, I mean, unless you're way better than me, which ain't saying much, but I like looking at the tracks and stuff. But these ones that get down into the mud, it's kind of hard to tell how old they are. Especially the rainy time of the season, when the level of this thing can go up and down. But the one thing you can do is look at how murky the water is. Okay? And you see that it's pretty murky, like over on that side. Not so much on this side. And that's probably the side where they're coming in. Elk have a tendency to come all the way through. They come out in the middle. They like getting their belly wet. They like partying. Got some videos out there of elk playing in the water. It's like teenage kids, not even teenage kids, elementary school kids. It's a little murky. It hasn't rained since yesterday, or last night anyway. And so some of that murk could be stirred up from water coming in, but the bank isn't all that wet. So I'm looking for sign, specifically deer, because I don't have an elk tag. And in the mud, it's kind of hard to tell. I haven't seen very often. If you guys have, let me know. I haven't seen it very often where deer get out there and play in the water. You come up here and work around the bank. That's where you can see some sign. You can tell just how new it is. Like all of this has all been wet and dried. There's no new tracks coming in here. So yeah, the elk have been in here. They didn't come in over the bank. I think they came down to it the same way I did. So I'm just not seeing any sign around the bank. It's not real muddy or murky. The turbidity. There's a $5 word. Chemists like to use that word. Well, the search continues. More to come. Okay, people. Ditched the deer scouting for a little bit. Grabbed a metal detector. Went looking. And I believe, I am 95% positive that I found where the station was. I found some nails. Found what looks like a .30 caliber bullet. Half of a horseshoe that was blacksmithed. You don't buy horseshoes that have this kind of. I'd show it to you, but I'll save that for after it's been cleaned up. I found some other stuff. So I'm 95% sure that I found where that station was at. I got so screwed. I was going up the hill there and I'm metal detecting away, and all of a sudden, oh, I got this big area. Oh my God, it's about the size of a, I get to thinking, oh my goodness, it's going to be a strong box. Well, everything I found is only about 3 inches below the surface. So I get to digging there, and a pull stop on a, and I had the metal detector set to deep, so it was picking that thing up. Oh, I was, they don't make pull stops like that anymore, but uh, no, damn it. Anyway, so the search continues. Now I'm gonna take this other road down here. It's starting to get a little darker, more because systems coming in, but the critters ought to be moving. So I'm gonna go run the roads a little bit and see if I can't find me some critters. Okay, so I'll check back with you here after a bit. Bye. So I'm out here in the woods. I went back to camp because the battery in my phone was about to die. So I figured I'd put it on the charger for a little bit. Grab a little snacky, a little jerky. And gather up a little firewood, because odds are I'm going to get here at dark, if not later. I ain't going to feel like grabbing some wood. So, and then I come across this. And I think, that's kind of cool. So it's one of them Sasquatch structures or something. And then I'll tell you, I'm gonna reenact what I did here. Okay, so I'm looking at this thing and I'm thinking, that's pretty cool. And I'm looking at it, I don't see that it's been hatcheted or anything, right? And then I see that. I'm like, okay. Does that mean don't tear that down? Because if you remove any of that right there, your head's going to be up on there next. You never know what you're going to find in the woods. Just never freaking know. So, search continues. So, made a run, saw some deer tracks. I'll shorten this back up. Made a run, saw some deer tracks, didn't see any deer. Wife texted me and told me there was flooding at the house. I was about to lose my battery, so I beat feet, got back here to the camp. Now it's died down a little bit, so but there's water everywhere, and so if she gets another bout of it and calls me, I'm headed out of here. Or I got one that's coming. It's going to be here in about, I'm guessing, an hour. So I went ahead and lit me a fire. I want to enjoy a fire while I'm here. We'll see how well this thing holds up. Ate me some Mountain House lasagna with meat sauce. $8 for that. Mountain House, it ain't worth that. $3.50 tops. Okay. This gut will make something out of it. I'll be able to, anyway, it'll work, but not good. A lot of your stuff is good. Mountain House biscuits and gravy, I kind of like that stuff. But who's got to watch for 8 minutes? I mean, you stir it up, you put the hot water in, you stir it up, and wait 8 or 9 minutes, huh? And I got a jet boil too, and I'm impressed by that thing. Holy crap! If you want water, hot boiling water quick, those things work, man. Anyway, regardless of whatever happens, I'll keep you posted on it, and we'll rock on. Okay, more to come. Hey guys, it's day 2. Got up last night. Oh my God, did it rain? Tried out the hammock. The hammock worked really good until that wind started blowing the water in on me. And so I had to zip up the cocoon all the way up to where I could just barely breathe through it. But that was nice and toasty. The only thing that woke me up was when the rain was hitting really hard and there'd be lightning cracking. I got trees all over me. So anyway, got up this morning, did a little running around, saw some more deer sign. Not a lot though. I'm a little disappointed. A little disappointed in the fact that there's not as much deer as I had hoped. A lot of elk, though, a whole lot of elk. So doing some more scouting. Check this area out a little bit. It's a nice little area. I can see why people come up here, but it sure is a long way to go not to find much for deer. Treasure hunting stuff. Got some treasures. Nothing huge. I mean, I'm not a millionaire. Not now. But we'll keep plugging away on that too. I don't know. I may do some more scouting today, but if I don't, y'all keep doing what you love, even if you suck at it. Keep hunting. Okay, thanks. Talk to you later. Oh, don't forget, comment, like, and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that, but please do. I like doing this kind of stuff, and I watch my analytics go up, and then they plateau, and then they dive. And so please comment. Let me know what you think. You like it, you don't like it, you want me to do something else. Whatever you'd like to see. If you want to know where I'm at, pay attention to the surroundings that I'm in and try to figure that out, and then comment where you think I'm at. Okay, so have a good one, and by all means, keep hunting.
I love it in the